Hulk versus Spider-Man, webs versus wrath. The city was never quiet, but tonight, New York trembled under the weight of something more than sirens and late-night honking. A strange rumble echoed through the streets of Manhattan, waking dogs and rattling windows. Something massive was coming, and it wasn't happy. In the heart of Midtown, Peter Parker swung from rooftop to rooftop, his senses tingling like never before. It wasn't the usual someone stealing a wallet type of tingle. No, this was something primal, deep, rumbling, and full of rage. As Spider-Man landed on the edge of a glass tower, he peered down into the avenue below. People were running, screaming, cars abandoned mid-intersection. The source of the chaos was easy to spot. A massive green figure smashing its way through the street like a wrecking ball with legs. The Hulk. Okay. Big guy, Spider-Man muttered to himself. What did Manhattan ever do to you? With a flip, a twist, and a well-timed webline, Spidey dropped in front of the rampaging monster, arms raised. "Hey, Hulk!" he shouted, doing his best to look confident. "How about we talk this out before you redecorate Fifth Avenue in rubble chic?" Hulk's eyes snapped toward him. The ground shook as he stomped forward. "Hulk! Smash bug! Okay." I walked right into that one. With a thunderous roar, Hulk charged. Spidey barely dodged in time, flipping over a smashed taxi and firing webs to entangle Hulk's legs. For a moment, the giant stumbled, but only for a moment. With a roar, he tore the webs apart like string cheese and slammed both fists into the ground. A shockwave blasted outward. Spider-Man flew back, crashing into a storefront window with a groan. Ow. Okay. Definitely not your average angry green guy today. Peter pulled himself up, brain racing. Hulk wasn't usually this out of control. Sure, he was a walking earthquake, but Bruce Banner kept things somewhat in check. But this was a different level. He darted forward again, webbing up a crane above Hulk's head and yanking it down. The metal arm swung like a pendulum, crashing into Hulk's side and knocking him into a wall. Spidey landed beside him. "All right, buddy, let's get you a calming cup of chamomile." Hulk erupted from the wall like a meteor, grabbing Spidey mid-joke and hurling him across the street. Peter hit a bus hard. Metal bent. Bones ached. He rolled off the roof, landing on his feet just barely. Okay, Hulk is not in the mood for jokes. Noted. Suddenly, a new voice crackled in his ear. Tony Stark. "Parker, what the hell's going on out there? We're picking up seismic activity like Godzilla's doing squats in Midtown." "Stark, it's Hulk, and he's mad. I mean mad. Banner's off-grid. We can't reach him. This might be a full-scale rampage. Contain him until I get there." Spider-Man sighed. "Of course, just hold off the angry nuke with legs. No pressure." He turned just in time to see Hulk leap toward him. With reflexes born of near-death experience and way too much caffeine, he dodged again, webbing Hulk's eyes shut midair. The giant landed hard, roaring in frustration and tearing the webbing off. Spidey zipped around him, landing rapid-fire web blasts to arms and legs, trying to restrict his movement. "You know," Peter panted, "I liked it better when you were just grumpy and green. Now you're hangry and green. That's a dangerous combo." But Hulk wasn't listening. With a surge of fury, he slammed both hands into the pavement, cracking it wide open. Spidey was thrown off balance, and Hulk took the opportunity. A green hand the size of a manhole cover grabbed him mid-air and slammed him into the ground. "Earth!" Peter gasped, pain lighting up his spine. Hulk raised his fists again, eyes burning with rage. Then a whisper, just barely audible under the roar. "Peter!" Peter blinked through the haze of pain. That voice, it wasn't Hulk's usual bellow. It was something quieter. Human. "Bruce?" he coughed. Hulk's fists hesitated. "Peter, help me." Spidey stared up at the monster looming over him. Inside the fury, the rage, the raw power, Banner was fighting. Trapped. A realization struck Peter like a lightning bolt. This wasn't just a rampage. Something was wrong inside Hulk. "I'm here, Bruce," he said, pulling himself up. "We're going to fix this." "No fix." Hulk, losing control. His voice was shaking, not with rage, but fear. That's when Spidey saw it. The flickering green veins, the unsteady stance, the erratic energy crackling off Hulk's form. Something else was influencing him. "Tony," he whispered through the comms. "This isn't normal gamma rage. Something's messing with Hulk's mind. Could be tech, could be magic, but it's not just him. I'll reroute Strange and Shuri to analyze. Keep him stable. Do not let him go blackout berserker." Spidey winced. Great, my least favorite kind of berserker. As Hulk surged again, Spider-Man changed tactics. No more attacks, no more quips. He started dodging with precision, drawing Hulk into wider streets, away from civilians. Every time Hulk struck, Peter redirected him, used momentum against him, webbed his fists just enough to slow him. Not to hurt, but to guide. All the while, he kept talking. "You're stronger than this, Banner. I've seen you fight gods. I've seen you stop yourself. Don't let whatever this is win." Hulk screamed, slamming into a wall, his form sparking with strange energy. His voice boomed, part human, part monster. "Get out of my head!" Suddenly, a beam of golden light wrapped around Hulk's chest. He froze mid-swing. Out of the portal stepped Dr. Strange, his hands glowing. "Time's up," Strange said. "We've identified the source, a psychic parasite from the negative zone. It latched onto Banner's subconscious during a dimensional rift last week, feeding off his anger. Can you get it out?" Spidey asked, standing beside the frozen Hulk. "With help. Hold him steady." Spider-Man climbed up Hulk's back, wrapping every last bit of webbing he had around Hulk's arms and shoulders. "Got him," Strange chanted. The air shimmered. Hulk screamed, then collapsed to his knees, glowing green aura dissolving around him. With a final pulse of light, the psychic entity was ripped free and encased in a floating prism. Banner, back in control, looked up weakly. "Peter, I'm sorry." Peter dropped down beside him, exhausted, bruised, but smiling. "Don't worry, big guy. You just owe me dinner. Somewhere without smashing." The next morning, news headlines screamed of the Midtown monster showdown. But those who knew the real story didn't see it as a battle of destruction, but of resilience. Two heroes, one mind, a war of webs versus wrath, and, against all odds, hope won.